Welcome, my friends, to episode 310 of the PinstripeStrong podcast. The Yankees go up against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and that team I actually picked to have in the NLCS kind of showed the Yanks that they are here to play, and boy, they were. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff, like the Yankees not getting swept, and Giancarlo having a meeting, and our relievers walking people, and Zach Gallen striking out 13 Yankees, and maybe the Yankees don't play well in the cold. I don't know. We'll talk about that and more. Why is it always and more? On the PinstripeStrong podcast.
Let's do it.
Hey, I tried the beat now.
Gotcha, bitch.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. What it do, family? I am JoezMcfly, one half of the PinstripeStrong podcast. The second half is Christoph, and you guys are the third half. So, we're recording this actually the next day after, because yesterday I did Talking Yanks. Jake was stuck in, trying to get to Chicago, and there was a lot of stuff going on since he's handling the event over there. And then I said, we're going to have to push PinstripeStrong to the next day so I could be able to help out with Talking Yanks, and we didn't want to do Talking Yanks too late, and Chris had appointment the next day, and then now we're going to go ahead and talk about that. And then the Yankees were losing the first two games, and then they ended up winning the last game too, and then that's cool. We're going to talk about that and more on the PinstripeStrong podcast. All right. Anyway, no.
That sounded like we were like selling medication.
It's like the medication says, it tells you, spends the whole commercial spending the time of how great your life is going to be. And then the last 2 seconds is talking about all the horrible shit it's going to do to your body in the meantime.
He's like, diarrhea. And
he says, when you have diarrhea from the mouth and you're pissing shit and like all that stuff, and there's flames coming out your ears, and
he's like, that's exactly here while they're dancing in the park.
Only call your doctor if you got a light cough. Chris, what's good? How you doing?
Man, it feels great. The weather's good.
6-2 homestand for the Yanks, huh?
Absolutely. I definitely want to send a shout out to my children. My children, is their birthday today.
I thought you say your church.
My church. Cool. Happy birthday to Jay. And
nice.
19 years old. And
okay.
Time is flying, and we're getting older. And see, this is why you got to have fun. You got to take advantage of the time that you have here. Watch things that make you feel good, like a Yankee win yesterday.
Like the PinstripeStrong podcast?
Like the PinstripeStrong pod, Chilling with Chris McFly, JoezMcfly, PinstripeStrong gang. But yeah, man, feels good. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Shit sounded mad questionable.
Nah, because, sometimes with the baseball season, things get away from you, like personal stuff. Like, I walk, when you come, you're real tired, you come home or whatever it is, and you go to your room. And then once you open the door, if you didn't clean up, this is why it's so important to clean your room. You walk in and you don't see, you see the room and it's like not clean.
Clothes all over the place.
Yeah, it's like all the wash clothes that you folded, didn't put away. You're like, you just look down and you just like,
put it to the side, put it on top of the computer chair.
You see, you just shove that shit over. You just go to sleep.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow turns into a week, turns into a month. Then you start picking clothes out of it.
You said the clean underwear shit.
He said, I took a shower with the other ones right there already. I might as
well. I have been guilty of this.
That's crazy.
Now, see, but this is why, when you drop off the clothes of the laundry, when you have your own laundry, it's different. Obviously, you're going to use your
I
laundry.
miss dropping the clothes off at the laundry.
But I drop off my shit. They have it folded. I don't care how much it is.
They just don't use fabric softener though. That's the only thing.
You gotta tell them. You gotta tell them. It's extra, of course, but you gotta tell them.
Really? They probably get extra nice. They probably get extra nice. Cause I had like a really nice like Chinese family, and anytime he wanted to ask me something, he'll get real nice. He goes, well, if you want this, you could be able to do this service here, and you can do that, and it's not a problem for you, right, sir?
Not right.
Like real nice, and then he gets real close as he's waiting for the answer. He's just moving closer each time. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, baby.
How much is it? How much is it? And then that's when his voice gets even lower. He says, well, it's 25. What? He just throws like the number like it's convoluted in the silence. So
25? Yeah.
Yo, before that, he's like, hey man, how you doing? How's your day, man? We got the stuff oh, you brought this, and then you start getting to the numbers, that's when his voice get lower. And that's when
well, it's gonna be 45.
Yeah.
What?
So that's
45.
Anyway, we got a good series here. I thought it was a good series all in all, even though the Yankees ended up striking out a couple of times. Just a couple of times, but they did strike out, and it was sad, of course, but who cares? Are you ready to go over the series? Oh no. Do we have any?
We got some news.
Wait, hold on. We gotta call that something.
Should we ask the PinstripeStrong faithful?
Nah, there was a name that I thought about where it was like
current events.
Nah. It was a name that a name. Yeah.
A E-man name.
Yeah. I think it was something like the
Una vaina. It's gonna come to you during the pop probably.
Yeah.
Extra. Read all about it. The news is here. The newsies. Well, one of the good things that came out of this series was that the Yankees have 17 home runs through 4 games. Now, obviously, this is after the Jason Dominguez homer. They went ahead and I think they had 22 in total.
Yeah.
In this series, Yankees announced that they did re-sign Dom Smith to a minor league contract.
Good for him. He looked around. He said, "Well, the grass might be green." And he started looking over a couple of grasses, and he said, "The grass is a little greener over here."
Ain't always green over here. Because even like the minor league, like everything, how it's set up and everything with the Yankees is high end. So,
okay.
Devin Williams, he was placed on paternity on the paternity list because he had a baby.
Congrats on the baby.
Him and his wife had a baby. Congratulations.
Some guy actually got mad about that.
Okay,
just crazy.
Listen, man.
Anyway,
everybody wants to be mad at something. The Yankees did sign Adam Ottavino. He pitched in 2 games in the series, and then he was DFA'd today.
Okay.
After Devin Williams was back. Well, he is back. Clark Schmidt threw 3 innings, 46 pitches in a simulated game in Tampa yesterday. April 1st.
Okay.
Responded well today. We'll throw again Saturday, so tomorrow. And to continue to build up Hamilton. He's expected to return from the IL during the Tiger series.
Ooh, nice.
Love that. And DJ LeMahieu was about a week away from taking live at-bats per Boone says.
And Boone said that he wanted to give him a full spring training because he didn't get any at-bats in spring.
Yes.
So expect him, he'll still be a ways away. Like even if he starts, then it'll be like, I think 3 weeks after that. Which will still be welcome because right now third base is not really like.
Yeah, they're not killing it, but.
Could that be a dugout debate, third base? I don't know. I'll think about it.
It should be.
Yeah.
It should be. And that's the news.
Yes. Now it's time for us to get to some quick pitch. What's that? I'm going to go ahead and talk about the series. I'll go ahead and kind of recap the series really quickly. If you're watching or listening to this podcast, chances are that you probably watched the game or at least know the results. So we're going to go ahead and just read through it and see what's up, and then I'll do what do you call it? We'll talk about the game after it happens. After we talk about it, We'll talk about the games after we talk about it.
See.
See, no, but. All right, we ready?
Game number 1.
Game number 1. Yankees were out on the field. You felt good about this. You kind of did a little bit. We had our guy Will Warren on the bump. You know, he's making his nice little spot start, but trying to make a case for himself. Will Warren was out there. But top of the 3rd inning, I thought he looked good early, by the way, but before this happened. Top of the 3rd, Corbin Carroll, a very, very advertised name, homer. Ends up being a 2-run homer right there. They take a 2-0 lead over the Yanks, but the Yanks will answer back in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Jason Dominguez, Jación Acción. You already know. That's what we used to call Jason Giambi before, in case you guys don't know. Jason is
Jación Acción Jr.
Yes. Hits a fly ball to right center field. Still trailing. Yankees are trailing 2-1. The Yankees will bomb the ball out of the ballpark, baby. You already know that. Bellinger strikes out right after that, so it's not good at all. Not good at all. But it's fine because the bottom of the 4th inning, golpeando, homers to center field. This one was a bomb. I know a lot of them were like wall scrapers. This one was left center field. I think it was hit over 400 feet, Chris. And all of that for you guys that are on the, with us on YouTube. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna end up putting like the visuals as we're going along with this, and we're gonna put up some videos and all of that stuff. So that'll be coming soon. Yes. Oswaldo Cabrera. So that tied up the game at 2. Then Oswaldo Cabrera ended up reaching on a throwing error. Josh Naylor, 2-run score on that. Austin Wells, Jason Dominguez. It's 4-2. We got a lead. Let's go. That lead will stay like that for a while, man. The Yankees are doing such a great job right there because Fernando Cruz comes in, Chris, in the middle innings and shuts it down. 2 scoreless, 4 strikeouts, no walks. You love to see it. Fernando Cruz, the first outing of the season with the Yanks.
Very nasty.
Was that his first outing?
Second
outing. First outing in the stadium.
Yeah, it was.
No, lies. I'm just lying.
It was a second outing also in the stadium. Yes. He was shaking at the beginning though in the first outing. Will Warren did go 5 innings, 1 hit, 2 earned runs, 4 walks. Don't like the walks. 4 Ks. I thought he did a pretty good job for a guy that's kind of like spot starting until Clark Schmidt comes back. Tim Hill comes in, no bueno. Kind of gives up a couple of hits, couple of runs, and that's not good because what happened was in the 8th, dog, this sucks, Chris. Another run comes in, makes it 4-3. Perdomo singles. Yankees still got the lead. You're not thinking about anything. Leiter comes in and does what relievers can't be doing. Walking people. He walked 2 in the inning. That ended up leading to a grand slam by Eugenio Suarez. No bueno. The person in the car in Chris's house agreed as he honked the horn. That was 7-4. And then Ben Rice homers in the bottom of the 9th inning. But that's all she wrote. Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Yankees lose 7-5. Chris, how you feeling with this game? I remember when John Boy and Jake were talking to Aaron Boone about Grichuk. And I think he was the one that started the rally. I think he had a double.
He always starts the rally, bro.
And it's always some bullshit. He could hit the fuck out of the Yankees. But I heard over the broadcast that the Diamondbacks had basically 1 hit going into, which was the homer, I think.
Yeah, Yanks held them down.
It was 1 hit going into the later innings, and that's when the 8th happened. But Joe, I wanted to pause here a little bit because we got some more updates. And one of them regarding Cody Bellinger from Max Goodman. So he's out of the lineup today with a stiff back.
Oh.
Cody Bellinger.
I just seen that. Okay.
Yeah, Bellinger felt it yesterday, and the Yankees wanted to give him a day after the late flight last night. And then Scott Efros had a setback again.
I'm never going to see that man pitch again.
With his hamstring, no update on his timetable. God damn it, Scott.
Never going to see that man pitch again.
Yeah, man, unfortunately. Feel sorry for him.
Crazy.
Matt Pavano.
Yeah.
That good was always something with Pavano. But yeah, that's what, losing a game like this where you had the lead later in the inning and not having Devin Williams. So that's why they held Warren to not pitch, before that, because I'm pretty sure he was going to close. 14 Ks, right? 12 left on base. No bueno. Yankees lose 7-5.
Yankees lose 7-5. That's not good. Didn't like that. No defensive issues there in that game. Shout out to Jason. You got your first homer. Yankees should have won that game. You're leading 4-2 at home. You gotta win that. You can't just can't be walking guys, man, late innings. You ready for game 2?
I'm ready for game 2, man.
Ready for game 2. All right, let's go. Game 2, Yankees. Rodon on the bump. Man, we need our stopper, man. We need our guy. Our opening day guy. Let's go. Carlos Rodon gives up a 2-run homer to Lourdes Gurriel in the first inning. That's not good. 27 outs. It's fine. That ball was hit 99 feet. That ball was pieced. He kind of struggled early, Chris. Nothing really doing, and then he's going up against Zach Gallen. That's another story. Rodon was walking people early, wasn't aggressive, and then he kind of calmed down late. I thought he was going to be out of the game, and then he shut it down, really. Shut it down the rest of the way. Even though he allowed the 2 other runs, it was 4-0. This ending score of this game says 4-3, but it felt like 4-0 the whole game. Yankees would strike out a total of 16 times. 13 times by Zacharias Gallen, who would just thoroughly dominate the Yanks in the strike zone. Walked none. Yankees drew no walks on the night, which sucked. The Diamondbacks got 7 free bags on the entire night. Not good either. Yankees try to mount a little comeback in the bottom of the 9th inning. Anthony Volpe powers and just moonshot to right field, just over the right field wall. And people got mad about it because they always do. Anytime somebody hits the ball to right field in Yankee Stadium, short porch, Little League Field, I don't care. Homer. 3-run homer. Yankees lose 4-3. A lot of tough at-bats in this one. People struck out. Judge struck out 3 times. Goldschmidt struck out 2 times. Dominguez struck out 3 times. Rice 3 times. Yankees did have an opportunity to score. If you remember, there was runners on the corners with 1 out. Jason Dominguez and Ben Rice coming up. They both struck out. Game was over there, basically. That was like the 2nd inning. All right, Chris.
Horrible
yes.
Game, which is insane that because the score doesn't say that, final score.
No, it doesn't.
But it was a horrible game. If you look a little deeper into the numbers, 16 Ks, man. 13 came from Gallen. Un galón de Ks, right? And then 11 left on base. If you do the math now, ladies and gentlemen, that's 30 Ks and 23 left on base in 18 innings. It's just nasty work. You can't do that. But I do like that Rodon, he relaxed, he calmed down, went deeper into the game as much as he could. Volpe, obviously another homer. And we love the homers with Volpe. And, we'll touch on that a little later. But we would like to see a little bit more, which it sounds crazy. It sounds insane, but we'll talk about it. The Yankees lose their first series of the season.
Yeah.
Then, Stan went into the clubhouse, took off his backpack, opened his locker, looked around, and he told the team something.
We don't get slumped out here! Imagine he's just in the corner just yelling. Nobody's like...
like a weird dude.
He's a senile old man in the back of the 6 train. We don't get swept out here!
In the 6th trip in the back.
Word. Niggas is trying to go to work and shit. We don't get swept out here. None of us. Where your pride at? You looking left to right. Everybody's like, yo, man, like trying to put up the volume on your iPhone.
I'm just trying to get to work, man. It's too early.
Bro, I used to hate that shit on the train. They're like, oh man, you like to them they feel like they spit in facts. You guys are gonna regret this day. You're gonna end up homeless like me. You're gonna be giving like good advice. You're like, come on, bro, this nigga right here is. Go with him.
The laws of physics. I'm telling you. Please listen to me.
I have a physics degree.
It's messed up, man. I mean, it really happens, but I guess the message got through. I guess it's one of those guys.
Somebody heard it.
The message got through.
Oh,
Game 3.
You ready for anything from Game 2 that was like?
No, man,
I mean, that's it, really. He just dominated the Yankees. There was like no chance.
It was crazy.
He kind of took advantage of Jason Dominguez a little bit. He just kept throwing like back leg curveballs. It looked like Posada against Josh Beckett and Pedro Martinez all over again. Remember? Like he used to, like, he just kept throwing that curve, slider. He just kept swinging. Like he's digging. Posada. He's digging.
Posada, please. They're gonna throw a low one inside. I got it this time.
He said, nah, I'm going to do it now. He said, Posada, they're going to throw a curveball down and in. That's all he's doing. Nah, not this time.
Always, yo. Posada, please stop swinging at that shit.
Word.
You're mad stubborn, yo. Posada, you mad stubborn. It's not like me.
Posada's the GOAT.
All time.
All right, you ready for the next game?
I'm down.
Woo! Yankees about to get swept. Now we don't get swept at home, man. We gotta defend the home field, baby. And who best to do it than the Capitan, Aaron Georgian, dropping the gavel and letting people know what good. Hey, 3-run bomb to start out the game. Judge already has 5 homers on the season, and he struggled last year. He hit 59, 58 homers. How many homers did he hit? And he struggled in April and May. He struggled in April and March. So I mean, now he's going. Let's go. Judge has actually more RBI, more runs batted in than some teams have scored runs this season. I'm gonna put that out there. Just putting that out there. Anyway, Yankees hop out to a 3-zip lead. Then comes the man that is bored with playing time. And Trent Grisham hits a double in the gap over the left fielder's head. And that scores one. And hey, it's 4-zip before you know it. Trent Grisham had a good night, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But these snakes don't go away, Chris, man. They're so freaking annoying. These guys are pesky. Sure. Alec Thomas scores on one. It's just a ground ball. Yankees are like, we'll take the out. We'll trade it for a run. 4-1 right there. Then Trent Grisham comes up, and he's so bored. Homers. 2-run homer for Trent Grisham, his first of the season. 6-1 New York. Let's go. This is what I'm talking about. Then in the top of the 4th inning, of course, the Snakes come back. No shutdown inning for the Yanks. 6-2 on the Lourdes Gurriel double. Gurriel.
Annoying guy.
He's Cuban, but I feel like he has a French name. And then we have Alec Thomas, who brings in yet another one on a ground out. Yankees trade yet another out for a run, but it's 6-3. Yankees are doing well. They're flying high. When Judge ends up getting a RBI single up the middle, just a great piece of hitting for him. Puts the ball on the bat. 7-3 New York. You're looking okay. We're looking good. And especially after this, because Jazz, this doesn't really happen all the time. People hit foul ball homers all the time, and then they end up striking out.
Yeah.
What does Jazz do? Not Jazz. He says, you know what? I'm going to just correct it and hit it out. And he did that the very next pitch. 2-run homer. 9-3 New York. And man, all that jazz. Chris, that was nice. He pimped it. He bat flipped it. You're thinking good night the lights, right? I mean, no, because once again, we have a middle reliever in the middle innings, top of the 7th inning. Come in, Yarborough walks 2 in the inning, also allows some hits. Grand slam from Geraldo Perdomo. No lo perdono. Grand slam makes it 9-7, and that's it. I don't forgive him for translation. The Yankees would then keep it shut down as Leiter comes in and rectifies his bad outing with a good one now. 2 Ks in his outing, and then Weave, the Weave dog.
Weave.
Then you gotta win.
Weave.
And we did that. And Weaver comes in, shuts the door. Yankees win. 9-7.
Did not get swept at home.
Did not get swept at home. We didn't get swept at home.
What is more annoying? A foul homer and then Kane, or a reliever giving up a grand slam and then the very next at bat they get the out? What's more annoying?
I think it's the reliever. See, what happens with that shit is that it's like you start thinking like unnecessary, like it's just like thoughts that's just like
it's like where, bro?
It's unfair thoughts. You start thinking like it'd be like the most weakest like ball hit, like a small slow ground ball to first base. Like
after hitting a 450 bomb. And
like he said 502 feet grand slam that they actually gave you an extra run for. They gave you 5 runs on that one because it was hit so far. And then the next pitch is like a little squib or dribble, and it's like
that's what happened.
You know what my face is looking like as I was thinking that, as you were saying it. You know that Charlie Murphy, True Hollywood Stories on Dave Chappelle, when you seen Prince and he's like Prince.
He had that little disgust face.
He just like disgusted. He said, man, the shirt's against the blouses. He said, I don't know what he's so upset about. I know you bought that shirt. Damn sure it wasn't the men's section.
Bro, that shit happened yesterday. Your bro give up that grand slam and then he got a fucking grounder. I'm like, where, bro?
So guys, every time your reliever gives up a home run, just think of that face. That
I think I have it. We're gonna post that shit with it. Yeah, man. You would think that this would have been somewhat of a laugher. But the Yankees still scored 9 runs. Carlos Carrasco, I'll be honest with you guys, I was not expecting. He's like what, the 6th or the 7th starting pitcher or in the roster, but he did pretty good, man. He got 5 innings, right? He did give up a few runs, but respectable. 3 runs in 5 innings is respectable for a guy who, was probably going to be coming out of the bullpen.
I think the Yankees just didn't hit because it was cold.
Maybe that. I also like the soundbite of Aaron Boone saying that, they were asking him why Ben Rice was leading off, and he's like, he rakes. And literally the first at bat, he leads it off with a double. I really like that inning, a belly walk, Judge 3-run bomb, and his 999th game of his career, and that was his 500 extra base hit.
Base.
I have my my braces on, guys.
I just think about that song. Promises.
I get it. Promises.
Just feel like her toofuses be out.
It's like an arch.
And it's definitely, it's not teeth, guys. It's definitely, anybody that talks like that, is definitely toofuses that they have.
It's the tongue.
Promises.
Promises. Grisham.
Yes.
In the last pod, I was like, yo, Grisham is bad.
Well, I feel like you remember how Luis Soho,
sneaky.
And he's like, he's got more pop to him. You remember how Luis Soho would be like sleeping on the bench and shit. And then, yo, Louis, we need a hit. You just wake him up and shit. Comes in.
Bad news bears.
Bro, I feel like he be chilling, like just sleeping, like smoking blunts in the middle of the game. And, like today he started, and I feel like he was like type like mad. He had to start. Like I think he likes coming in just for defensive replacement and maybe getting one at bat. By the way, Chris, he hasn't swung and missed yet.
Damn, he's starting today, so hopefully it doesn't happen today.
Right. But he has not swung and missed at a pitch yet. So he's either fouled it off or put it in play.
Hey, listen, man, Grisham. I know we got him in the Soto trade, but Grisham, he's a good piece off the bench, man.
What if? Oh man, I need to get a. Hold on, do I have a?
Ding, ding.
I need to get a. Like a sound that has like a. That was kind of loud. Never mind. What if the best part of the Soto trade wasn't Soto?
Stop.
It's like, right, buddy. Okay.
Like, who you trying to convince? I like Jason continuing his hitting prowess.
He had a bad game 2, and then today I thought he came back. I think people got to give him some time to develop. He'll be fine.
Apparently, that double from Jason Dominguez is a home run in 10 other parks.
Sure. Yankee Stadium giveth and it taketh away, and that's fine.
Yeah, for the people that still complain and bitch and moan. Ben Rice did turn a nice double play. That's one of the hardest double plays actually, throwing from grabbing the grounder, throwing a second, getting back on base.
Word, pick up the ball.
He had himself a game. Ben Rice had himself a game. He's hitting the shit out the ball.
He did. He went. He did go 1 for 3, 2 runs scored, 2 walks. The good thing about Ben Rice is that he walks, man. Like gets on base, and just being able to walk is good, especially for a young player, man.
Absolutely.
All right, Chris, are you ready for some dugout debate?
Definitely, but first I want to read this tweet from the Stats. Aaron Judge of the Yankees is the second MLB player to have 5+ homers and 15+ RBIs over his first 6 games played in a season since RBI became an official stat in 1920. The other was Babe Ruth in 1932. Babe Ruth.
Okay, nice.
Hello there, and once again, congratulations to Escara's first major league hit and extra base hit.
Just remember, I got it. I have to pick up Sophia. Hold on.
And then Weaver shut it down.
All right, let's do some dugout debates real quick.
Dugout debate. Hey, dugout debates. Are the Mets playing right now?
The Mets are playing right now, yeah. All right, Chris, so dugout debates, we talk about some hot takes, controversial topics, and maybe some listener questions or fan submitted, whatever it is. Chris, does the pitching concern you in any which way? What I'm saying is, I mean, we had Rodon there, but I'm just saying during these games, I don't know, obviously because of the offense, lack of offense, I was thinking about losing 3 starters for the first time. And the Yankees have slated Clark Schmidt to come back, I think on the 15th or 16th.
Yeah, the 15th or 16th this month.
So yeah, of April. So I'm just thinking like, does the pitching concern you?
I don't.
Or is it too early? But I don't know. Like,
well, one of the things that we touched on the last pod was, the pitchers not getting deep into the games,
right?
Which could then,
and it's early in the year too.
Exactly, it's early in the year, so which could then stress the bullpen. Obviously losing Cole, losing Heel, and then also losing Schmidt for a couple weeks hurt the guys. So they have to step up. But overall, I want to see. It's too early, but I want to see what they do in these upcoming next couple series here. But concerning, I don't know. Maybe the bullpen more so.
Okay.
But again, it's still early. I'm not, and it's cold too, so I'll wait. I'll hold up. How about you? Are you concerned?
I'm not concerned yet, and I know that we're going to be getting. You mentioned that we're going to be getting
Schmidt.
Not only Schmidt, but to add him to the pen, Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton.
It's coming back as well, so then that should be good. And then Loizaga's down the line somewhere.
Loizaga
should be coming back. Oh, Trump extended the TikTok ban deadline by another 75 days. That is great. My TikTok is actually growing right now. So
He's like, don't take it away now.
Right, don't take it away now. Guys, by the way, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, or leave us a 5-star review on the podcast app, since we're live on the podcast apps as well. Again, what I didn't like about the pen was this week against the Arizona Diamondback was just the walks. I think that's what really hurt us. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I mean, Devin Williams wasn't in here. Things might have played out different if Devin Williams was there. Fernando Cruz looks good, and it looks like we might be finding something there with him. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if the pitching concerns me yet, but I think let's table that. Let's see for like another week or so.
Yeah, let's table it. Yeah, I give it the month. I give it the month to see where's that. Now, if they get rocked like every series, like it's like, all right, wait, hold on, what's going on here?
Right.
But usually like last year, wasn't it last year that the pitching was the one carrying the offense?
Right. Because Judge wasn't hitting in April.
Yeah, Judge wasn't hitting. I mean, the first 2 games of this series is you know what I mean? I'm more if you want to choose one, that would concern me the most. But other than that, they're good. I want to add this to dugout debates, Joe.
What's that?
Because I'm looking at Jackson. I saw Jackson Merrill pitch.
Jackson Merrill, okay.
I saw Jackson Merrill bat. Excuse me. He's hitting over 400, and I'm pretty sure you've been seeing a lot of the different news with or updates or whatever with teams signing.
The Red Sox did players. It. Red Sox did it with their guy Christian
Campbell. Christian with a K.
Christian with a K.
I think his name is Campbell. Last name is Campbell. They also extended their Garrett Crochet.
Also, the Diamondbacks extended Ketel Marte.
Yeah. So there's a lot of a lot of these teams are locking up their young players. What do you think?
For Jazz?
Even though the Yankees will never do that, they haven't done that. If they have, maybe 1 time, 2 times here and there. But do you think the Yankees should like extend their young guys, or like a Volpe, like a Wells, like a Jazz, maybe Jason?
I'm interested in Jazz because it feels like Jazz. So you can't always find people that can play in New York, right, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested in Jazz. Volpe, I'd like to wait another year. I want to see his offense really develop.
Mm-hmm.
Wells is another one. Like, give him this year, and if he dominates this year, maybe you could get like one of those, those deals and whatnot. You might be able to get him on the cheap and buy out the arbitration years and then some. The real interesting one is Jason Dominguez, because that's the one that you would like to lock up super long term.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference is that Jackson Merrill showed that he did it in the major leagues. Like last year, he dominated. He did well, very well, and played well in the playoffs as well. Jason Dominguez still has to show that he needs, and I'm not saying that he won't. He still needs to show that he can hold down left field and play outfield good.
And stay healthy.
Staying healthy, which a lot of his injuries, some of his injuries were like Tommy John and stuff like that. Like, it's not really, I'm not ready to call him injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is that he needs to hit. Chris, like, if he hits in the big league level, like right now he's not doing bad at all. But if he was able to hit at the big league level and is able to play on, I mean, he plays Jackson Merrill. Then next year, around spring training time, I think the Yankees should visit that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So. You should definitely do that. If he does that this year, and he would need to hit from both sides where he's looking like, where you feel like, oh shit, okay, this kid looks like he's realizing the potential of what we drafted him at 16 years old for. then yeah, it would behoove the Yankees to sign that kid younger for cheaper than to wait later on, because you can only have but so many big contracts.
You think they're a little, I don't want to use the word scared, but
cheapish?
Remember when they extended Severino and Hicks?
So,
and do you think that will kind of like, the
Hicks one was right?
It was like 7
The
years.
Severino one wasn't bad. He got hurt. It wasn't because of ability. It wasn't because of those things. He got hurt. And, I probably wouldn't. I would have, going back, I would have probably still done the Severino one.
Yeah.
Probably not the Hicks one.
Definitely.
I mean, obviously.
He did not give us.
But I didn't see it at the time. Like, I don't know, maybe Cashman looked at, his 105 miles per hour from left field, remember? He went crazy. He just said, "Oh, let me give him an extension." So, I don't know. I don't think it's like that.
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I just thought about that. Right?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Good question.
A lot of conversations going on.
He's not the one. I would not extend them yet. You always want to see them show it first at the big league level. Now the Braves are really good with this, like they do it. But what the Braves do, Chris, you know what they do? In those contracts, they sign them, and in the contracts they put that they need to the inside of the contracts they have they'll have 2-team minor league opt-ins. Like they could send them to the minor leagues if they want to.
Yeah.
Right? Usually when people sign their contracts, they can be like, "Oh, no, I'm not going to." But if you sign like 8-year contract or something like that, you can be able to say, "Oh, I opt out or I opt for this, or I'm going to send you back down to the minor leagues." And I have that option to do so. So
yeah.
Braves get creative with their contracts. All right, that's some dugout debates right there.
Dugout debates.
It's time for some pain and gains, man. Things that went well in the series, things that didn't go so well in the series. Couple of things, and then I guess you stop me when you want to talk about something. We kind of talked about Fernando Cruz being scoreless and being nasty.
Before we go on, do you want to ask a question to Jazz?
Oh, yes. Jazz, are you the swaggiest because you are Jazz Chisholm, or are you Jazz Chisholm because you're the swaggiest? That is a question for you, my good friend. Because I want to know. That is what they asked Satoru Gojo, so I'm going to ask you too. Because when he hits a home run, it's a show. At first base, first of all, he's got to do the drop of the bat, and he's kind of holds it there. There's a silhouette. Kind of drops it, bam. Then, thank you so much, Noah. Then he gets to first base and he does the fadeaway. Then he gets to second base and he does a 3-pointer. Then he does something else at third base, and then he does the Euro step at home. And then he comes. There's like 8 different celebrations in there. Then he gets inside of he does the whole thing with his smile, which is awesome. Just keep being you, dog. Like, I just love that. I love everything about that. I just noticed Noah ate some of my fries.
What do you think about the Judge Gavel chain?
Judge Gavel chain?
Yeah, he has a nice
for Judge?
Chain. It's like a gavel, yeah. It's just fire.
Oh, interesting.
Pretty swaggy, if you ask Chris McFly.
Pretty.
Pains and gains. Mucho dolor, pero mucha ganancia.
Thanks, Jeff. So let's see. Fernando Cruz looked really good. Then you have all over the series, I thought we had really good defense. Remember last year, the first series, we were like, as the defense, we started getting like PTSD from the fifth inning of last year during the World Series. I thought that this one was good. We had some really good defensive plays. Oswaldo at third, very good defensively. And the Jazz had some good ones as well. Volpe was really good shorthanded.
Bellinger.
Bellinger had some good plays. Also,
I'm so comfortable.
Even Jason looked good in left. Jason looked good in left.
Even Jason, he has his own way.
Yeah,
like some of the ways that he catches the ball is a little nerve wracking still.
He looked a lot more comfortable though, Chris.
But he is becoming more comfortable. There was one play that he kind of like backed up on, and he kept the ball in front of him. I'm not mad at that. You know, if you don't want to like throw yourself or whatever, you know, he is coming back from injury. So I get it. Once he gets more comfortable, you're gonna see a lot more from him. But with Bellinger in center, I'm like so comfortable. I'm like, yeah. Bro, you got that. You got that, bro. You got that. You good. Yeah, man. I like what I'm seeing. There's some dope double plays that were turned. I mean, not everything is perfect, but it's better than the first. First series. Unfortunately, we kind of the Yankees lost this one. But step by step, you learn. You learn more by losing than you do by winning, and that showed in the third game. JC Escara's first hit. Love to see that.
He was so happy. It was a double too.
What I like more about that is that he worked the count. Like he was working the at bat, and he got rewarded with his first double, smiling from ear to ear. You love to see that. Devin Williams, baby.
Yeah. Congrats on being a dad, man. Maybe he'll get that dad strength.
To the Williams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Love to see that. He's back with the team. You know, some dad strength. We might see 100-mile-per-hour fastball.
He has that on the regular.
Or a nasty, disgusting changeup. Let's see what we... Let's see what's up.
Ben Rice, is he him? I think he kind of is, bro.
I think he's playing like it.
He's hitting the ball so hard, and he's playing so well. He looks jacked, too. He's so excited to play here.
I do have one thing when it talks about his power, Joe. Aaron Judge and Ben Rice are number 1 and number 2 in MLB in barrels per plate appearances thus far.
Whoa.
Anthony Volpe is number 18. So that shit is crazy right now.
Torpedo barrel. Sorry.
Except for Judge.
As far as the Pains are concerned, man, we talked about it already, but the bullpen, Yarborough and Leiter Jr. giving up grand slams, but allowing the 2 walks, that was bad. I'm not gonna say the full bullpen because I feel like everybody else kind of did their job. For the most part, I mean, Yogo gave up runs and that wasn't good, but whatever. I mean, I thought that the biggest ones that had the biggest impact were Yarborough and Leiter Jr. You just can't walk dudes, man.
Yeah, man, you can't be walking. Even that homer from Corbin Carroll off Warren.
Yeah,
it was I think it was a leadoff. I think it was a 2-out walk or a leadoff walk, and that led to that home run. So we don't like walks, man, and we don't like Ks.
Yeah,
30 Ks, and that's crazy.
That's strikeouts. Farewell to Ottavino as well.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, brother.
That being said, it's time for the PinstripeStrong Performer of the Series. Yeah.
Wow.
Tudo es ahí. Who you got first? I'm going to go with the same person that I picked for Talking Yanks, and I'm going to go with Aaron Judge, who had the 3-run homer when we needed it. He had a good game then. Yeah, he struck out 3 times against Zach Gallen, but then again, who didn't? He's just been a good constant force. I think he hit 308 in the series. Did a good job. Aranjo.
I'm gonna go with Ben Rice. I'm gonna go with Ben Rice, man.
Arroz.
They say, you're leading off. He did what he had to do. Play some dope defense. Put the bat on the ball. He K'd a couple times too, but bro, he's just hitting the shit out the ball, man. He's making a case for staying.
And Boone gave an interesting tidbit, Chris, when it came to Ben Rice. He says, don't rule him out for catcher because we're still working him out there. Like, he's still working and he's still doing things. in order to be a really good major league defensive catcher, he's working with Swanson, which is their catching coach, and he's able to do that. So, hey, into it.
Give him a third base glove, yo.
It's OD. Now you OD. All right, man. Let's see. That's good, man. Chris, before we get to who's on deck, do you have anything else you want to talk about this series before we put it to bed?
You know what? I think we covered a lot. It's more about building from this win. I think there was a big early win for the Yankees. You don't want to sweep the first series and then get swept the series after that.
Yeah, I thought the series was a good reminder of what a baseball season is. It's not what it is when you first start, like that first series against Milwaukee, where you're going like crazy, everything's going fun. It's not. I mean, it's also not as bad as that 16 strikeout game. Sometimes it's like that. It's just bad. It's, and that's just what baseball is. Tomorrow is another day. And
Tomorrow's another day. And, the last thing I'll say about this is appreciate Aaron Judge. Appreciate Aaron Judge. I mean, to hear other people talk about him, and, sometimes you get jaded, sometimes you get lost. It's like, we're the Yankees, blah, blah, blah. But, bro, this type of guy comes once in a lifetime. Like, his status, like Aaron Judge, man. He's on lists with, Yankee legends like the Babe Ruths and Lou Gehrig's and, Mickey Mantles and all that stuff. So I think it's awesome to be a Yankee fan today and to have somebody like that. On the team.
I was rewatching the other day the reaction of like the Office vlog from when John Heyman announced Arson Judge and how crazy that was, and just thinking that for those couple of minutes that we thought we lost Aaron Judge, imagine what things would have been like. Like the Yankees would be in absolute shambles if we lost Judge.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And watching him in San Francisco
be great.
Killing it. They're Barry Bonds, basically.
Yeah.
Appreciate Aaron Judge. Pop.
Absolutely. All right, so who's on deck? The Pittsburgh Pirates. It is their home opener series. Pirates come in here 2-5. We're going to miss their best pitcher in Paul Skeens.
Future Yankee.
Maybe. I don't know. Skeens, the GQ model. We're going to miss him because he just pitched. I think he pitched on Wednesday. However, we do get Mitch Keller, who's actually a pretty good starter. Get him today. He's going up against Max Fried. They have in the next game as well. There is who do they have? Chris coming up.
Who the Pittsburgh Pirates have?
Oh, they have Falter against Stroman, and then to end the series they have Andrew Heaney against Will Warren. So Yankees should win this series, right? Like I'm not gonna put that out there. Like,
well, Joe, remember they still have Brian Reynolds.
They have Brian Reynolds and O'Neal Cruz, and
Andrew McCutchen. You know what I mean? So they got some guys.
Yankees should win this series, man. Come on,
Brian Hayes.
It's stop. we gotta win this series here today.
Oh, and our old friend Isaiah Kiner Falefa.
Yeah, he's playing short for them. So that being said, just hit the ball to short, and then you'll make it on errors and shit. So, Yankees should win this series. They should win 2 out of 3 at minimum, if not sweep. Is that fair to say? We got Fried. We have who's Stroman and Will Warren. If we can't win with that, I don't know. We got a better pen as well. Watch out for O'Neal Cruz, man, and Josh Bell for when he comes up. We're not at Yankee Stadium, but it's their home opener, and that's a beautiful ballpark.
That's what you,
Chris. It's one of my. It's no lie. It's number one.
Yeah,
in my list of ballparks of all the ballparks that I've been to. Number one, Pittsburgh has the best view.
You got you have a great view from any seat.
Oh yeah,
from what it looks like. So,
all right, guys, get ready for that, man. Thank you guys so much for being here, for listening to this. Yankees are giving us stuff to smile about. Your 4-2 Yankees are doing good job.
42.
Let's take care of business in Pittsburgh, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And, what the fuck? All right, guys, thank you guys so much. You guys, like I always say, make sure you guys keep your pinstripes on and say pinstripe strong. Go Yankees! Sweet! Daddy, chill! Daddy, chill! Daddy, chill! Oh, I gotta chill. I'm doing too much with my shoulder.